My name's Ava. I'm a Scorpio.
No. What's your last name?
Eva Combs.
What's your other last name?
Eva Baroni.
Eva Baroni Combs? Yes, it was breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. But you still have beautiful parents but you're my child also. But please tell the story.
So, I was on the streets, and then Papa Combs decided that he would like to be a caring man. So then he saw me and decided to pick me up and said to come inside and play with his kids.
Ava, that's like a little bit like borderline suspect.
So, a video from 2020 featuring Sean Diddy Combs has recently resurfaced, and it's causing quite a stir online. The video shows Diddy on Instagram Live, introducing a young girl named Eva Baroni, referring to her as his adopted daughter and even calling her Eva Baroni Combs. At the time, many fans thought it was a heartwarming family moment, Diddy embracing someone who had gone through a tough time and giving her a place in his home. But now, especially after Diddy's arrest and indictment, people are taking a second look and asking whether that adoption was ever official. According to new reports, including one from TMZ, it turns out that Ava was never legally adopted by Diddy. Insiders close to the situation are saying that Ava's biological parents were actually close friends of Kim Porter, who was Diddy's ex and the mother of 3 of his children. It appears that Ava spent a lot of time around the Combs family, especially during her younger years, which may have led to Diddy feeling a close, almost paternal bond with her. But again, there was no formal adoption filed in court. This wasn't something legally recognized, it was more of an emotional or symbolic gesture, at least on Diddy's part. The original video clip that recently started trending again was later described by some close to the family as a skit. Something lighthearted that's been taken a bit out of context by fans and critics alike. Still, it didn't stop people from speculating. In the video, Diddy talks about wanting Ava to have a black parent in her life.
I don't want nobody, we want to get it clear. I adopted you like Madonna adopted kids and everybody else adopted kids, Charlize Theron, everybody that's ever adopted Sandra Bullock. I adopted you because I felt that you could, enjoy also having a black parent to take care of you and help you out. So, just clarify it because it's crazy out here online. So I played with the kids and I got permission from your mother and say all of that. Just make it because it's crazy out here.
Well, I met Jesse and Delilah when I was 6 months old.
6 months.
And then we basically are sisters, all 4 of us. So. And
6 months is crazy.
I always come over.
Yeah.
And
it's Ava Baroni Combs. Come on. Let's go.
And he even compares his actions to those of celebrities like Madonna and Sandra Bullock, who have adopted children from different racial backgrounds. It was clearly an attempt to explain his motives and make people understand where he was coming from. Whether or not people accept that explanation is a different story. Ava herself has also spoken about her experience with Diddy and the Combs family. She talked openly about coming from a difficult background and how Diddy gave her a sense of belonging. She referred to him affectionately as Papa Combs, which suggests that she viewed him as a father figure. Ava also mentioned that she's known Diddy's twin daughters, Jessie and Delilah, since they were just 6 months old. That detail really drives home how long she's been connected to the family. This wasn't some passing relationship. It was something deeper and more enduring. Still, all of this is now being looked at through a very different lens. Since Diddy's legal troubles became public, the dynamics around his relationships are being questioned. And that includes his bond with Ava. Sources say that Ava's biological parents have now taken a step back and are no longer as close to Diddy as they may have been in the past. And with Diddy currently behind bars and awaiting trial, there's a lot of uncertainty hanging in the air. His entire family, including his 7 children, is reportedly shocked by everything that's unfolding. they're trying to process not just the legal implications but also the emotional toll all of this is taking. It's important to note that the internet has a way of digging up old content and reinterpreting it based on current events. That seems to be exactly what's happening here. What was once seen as a sweet or even funny moment on Instagram Live is now being re-examined under a microscope. People are wondering what the truth really is. Was Eva truly treated like family? Was Diddy's statement sincere? Or was it just for show? These are the kinds of questions that don't always have clear answers, especially when legal issues are involved. And when it comes to celebrity families, things are rarely as simple as they seem. Public figures often keep certain things private, or they present things in a way that's more about perception than legal fact. In Diddy's case, it's looking more and more like his declaration of having adopted Eva was more symbolic than anything. That doesn't necessarily mean his feelings weren't real. It just means that it wasn't something that went through the proper legal channels. And now, with everything else going on in his life, that distinction is becoming more important than ever. This whole situation also brings up broader questions about how we define family, especially in the world of celebrities where relationships can be complicated. Can someone be considered a father figure without signing legal papers? Can a young person feel truly part of a family even if they're not officially adopted? These are the kinds of emotional and ethical questions that don't always have black and white answers. And in the case of Eva Baroni and Sean Diddy Combs, it seems like the answers may be somewhere in the gray area. As this story continues to develop, there will likely be more revelations about Diddy's personal relationships, his parenting, and the people he surrounded himself with. For now though, the resurfaced video has become one more piece of a much larger puzzle. It adds a new layer of complexity to Diddy's image at a time when he's already under intense public and legal scrutiny. Whether fans choose to believe the story as it was originally told or see it through a more skeptical lens remains to be seen. But one thing's for sure, the conversation around Diddy, Eva, and the broader Combs family dynamic is far from over. The public will continue to ask questions, and every old video, social media post, or interview clip will be examined with fresh eyes. Whether this leads to greater understanding or just more speculation, only time will tell.